started. Cocktails. We'll do one cocktail and one mocktail. So we're going to make a nice mulled berry punch, okay? No wine in this one, teetotal this one. So I have got some frozen berries. You're a mulled wine lover, aren't you, Emily?
I am. I'm looking forward to this.
You like the wine in it though, don't you?
I do, yeah, but I did.
You like the flavours of mulled?
Yeah.
So I've got 500 grams of frozen mixed berries here. So in here we've got strawberries, black currants, red currants, raspberries. I think that's about it. Okay, so straight into a pan, and we're going to make like a cordial. Okay, so when you're making a cordial, it's important that you don't stir the life out of this, because otherwise you end up with a very cloudy mixture. All right. So the idea is to make a compote, and when we make fruit compotes, we don't generally stir them. So I'm going to go in with some granulated sugar as well, because we only want it for sweetness, so I'm going to use the white sugar. Okay.
Can it be caster sugar if you don't have?
Yeah, caster sugar if you want. You'd be wasting your money, but but yeah, caster sugar absolutely fine. It is just for sweetness, okay? So let's look at the spices now, okay? So, mulled spices, we have nutmeg, star anise, cloves and cinnamon, all right? Now, if you don't particularly like one of these, don't put it in. It's really about sort of making it the way you want it, really. So, cinnamon, I like to go cinnamon sticks. I think ground cinnamon it's full on, isn't it? It's punchy. Whereas you get an aroma from these, and they just sort of sit nicely and give that rounded spice flavour. Now, the same with the cloves. So I've got about half a teaspoon of cloves there, maybe, what's that, 6 or 7? Again, if you really like them. Oh, it smells of Christmas.
Yeah.
That is just like your Christmas hit, all right? And then star anise. Some people like star anise, some people don't. I absolutely love star anise. I think it's got such a lovely flavour, and it really does play as part of a team of flavours, all right? And then nutmeg, always buy the whole nutmegs, all right? Always, don't buy ground. It's like chucking sand in your food, all right? And then just zest it straight in. I'm going to do about half the nutmeg. Oh, smell that. Oh, good catch, Emily. Well done.
Oh.
Not bad for a girl, that.
Oh, you're going to get some comments from that.
Oh, no.
Oh, just smell that.
It's Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could get your hit in July from those, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I've got a clementine. I'm just going to put it in. I'm not going to do anything. It's really, really important. You just cut into this, Emily.
Yeah.
That we don't stir this, we don't mess about with it, we just let it all melt together, okay? That's it. That, to me, is a beautiful Christmas scene, that, full stop. And we're just going to let it bubble away and create this nice, fruity syrup, which will become our cordial, and then we'll make a lovely punch. So if you've got guests coming on Christmas Day that are driving home, they're always the best ones, by the way, the ones that drive home. You can just make a really lovely warm punch. Doesn't have to have wine in it, but you can obviously make mulled wine as well the same. So let's let that cook away. Now, for the people who like a drink, all right, we're going to make a lemon meringue martini type drink, isn't it? We've sort of played around with this. Carlos, who isn't here today, also contributed towards this one. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch these over, so let that cordial go. So it's important that we make a meringue first. Now, this is going to be a Swiss meringue. You get 3 different types. You get the traditional French meringue, which is egg whites and pouring sugar in slowly. You get Swiss meringue, which is this one where you cook it over a bain-marie. And then you get Italian meringue, which is where you pour boiling sugar syrup into egg whites as they're beating. So we're going Swiss. The reason why we're going Swiss is we want it to be cooked so that it's safe to eat just whisked up, okay? So let me get my new favourite toy. which is my wireless cordless mixer, and we'll start to whisk eggs and sugar over boiling water. So the idea is that you whisk the sugar, a straightforward meringue recipe, and you whisk over hot water, and that will cook the egg whites as it's all whisked up, which makes it beautifully safe. So it's a really good one to have. So you could do like toasted meringue hot chocolates. Go on, Emily, sorry.
So this is like if people weren't necessarily sure on making, like if they're too scared to pour the boiling sugar, it's kind of...
Yeah, well, Italian meringue is beautiful and it's rich and it's velvety and it's my personal favourite, to be honest. But it's a bit of a task to make because you've got to boil sugar and water to 110 degrees and then slowly pour it in to your egg whites, whereas with this, whack it in and whisk it up. I think the Swiss have got it right. You could do it by hand as well if you wanted to. It takes blooming ages, but you can do it. So, as the water's boiling, it's cooking out the egg whites as it's beating all that sugar in and making that beautiful meringue. So for me, that is done. So that is stage one of our lemon meringues, okay? So let's just crack on. Now, got the cocktail shaker. I think you're gonna like this. Okay, so we're gonna start with lemon curd, because lemon meringue pie needs lemon curd. Okay, so a good lemon curd, all right? Some people call it a lemon cheese as well. Which,
see that in the shops.
yeah.
Lemon curd, and there was lemon cheese.
Yeah, I think they're the same thing. Right, limoncello. So this is an Italian liqueur. It's pretty much, it's vodka with lemon zest and sugar in. It's beautiful. Sorrento, the Amalfi Coast. Shut your eyes, take yourself back to it. Okay, so we're going to go with that. Now, if you want the recipes, scan the QR code on the bottom. Or go to masterclass.co and you will find all our recipes, because this is episode 52. This is technically our birthday. In with some vodka, or you can double up your limoncello. It's up to you. And then we're going to do some fresh lemon zest in there. Sorry, not zest, juice. We're not going to put the zest in. Okay, so the juice of a lemon. So it's going to be really nice and... it's going to be good.
Feel the taste buds like.
It is, but what you've got to think about is you're going to have this with sweet meringue, and it's got lemon curd in, which is sweet as well. So that's why we're going straight in with lemon juice. Now, if you wanted, you could mix it up and add a bit of orange in there as well, or clementine.
You know, I was just about to say, could you make like an orange version?
You could make a clementine meringue pie cocktail. Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's get some ice. Okay. I'll warn you now, me and Poppy have a bit of an obsession with very large ice cubes in our house, so look at the size of those bad boys. All right, but you don't have to use those. We've got other ones as well.
Like icebergs.
I know, they're lovely, because you just need one in a drink, but I'm going to put two in, because it's about chilling it down. It's not about, like, putting massive ice in a drink, all right? So... get my mixology going on now, all right? So, on with the lid. Now, if you haven't got a cocktail shaker, get one, they're great fun. Just make sure that you've got something with a lid on, you know, a container, something that you can just give it a real good shake, all right? So, because you want the lemon curd to dispense through, you see, and create almost a slightly thicker texture.
Yeah.
All right? Do you know what I'm thinking? You could do this with Nutella and Baileys with meringue.
Ooh.
How good does that sound?
Christmas party sorted.
Ah. So, and I do think you need to serve this with a little biscuit to make it like meringue, don't you? Meringue pie. So there we go. Yeah. It's all now one texture, and it's chilled, okay? So we've got two nice glasses here, and then I have a piping bag. This is going to wow. This is going to raise the bar for your guests for Christmas. So when they invite you back next year, they'll be like, oh, do you remember that lemon meringue drink we had? Got to make it as good as that. So we've got our meringue just going straight into piping bag. You don't have to, it's just a little bit easier, it's cleaner. And you can get it all made and ready. And because we've made the Swiss meringue, it's stable. So you can get this made in the morning, well before anybody else is up and about, okay? So, looking forward to this, aren't you, Emily?
Yeah.
All right, so let's... Where would you like me to do this then? Here?
Exactly there.
Exactly there. Back one first?
Yeah.
All right. Look at that.
Oh. I'm so excited.
There's one. Do you know what it looks like? Do you remember that banana flavoured medicine you used to have as a kid?
God, yeah. It does actually. Don't knock people off.
Yeah, no.
Definitely.
Believe me, it won't taste like that. This is going to be really, really good. And it's lovely and chilled. There we go. And then with our meringue, when you pipe the meringue, hit the glass first. Don't go in the centre because it'll just wobble around and move about. Which one do you want me to pipe first? Front or back?
Any.
Any. So, hit the glass first, all right?
A very steady hand, Pete.
Oh, no. There's our little iceberg.
Concentration.
No, I can't talk. Shush. It's not like me, is it?
No.
There we go. And then to finish, you know the fire's coming out, don't you? So Masterclass do an amazing blowtorch. I love this one. Chefs like big, powerful blowtorches in their kitchens, all right? This one does the job, but at home. There are very few blowtorches in the kitchens that are good, or a chef would say they're good. But this one really does work, all right? So really gently.
It's like a pudding in a glass, like, isn't it?
Isn't it just?
Oh, look at that.
There we go. So there are our lemon meringue cocktails. What an amazing way to start Christmas Day. Those are our alcoholic cocktails. Our lemon meringue pie. Would you call it a martini, Emily, or not? It's kind of a martini, isn't it? Does look like a pudding. Okay, so if I cut back, can you cut back to this fruit, Emily? All right. What I'm not doing is stirring it at all with a spoon. I don't want to break the fruit, okay? It's really important. Can you see there, Emily?
Yeah.
All the fruit is structurally intact, and all it's doing is just marrying together. Now, so if I was making this at home, I would actually leave this overnight because I think the spices sat in the fruit would just intensify and become even more delicious, okay? But for the sake of making a program, taking you on a journey today, I'm gonna show you what to do now. So imagine we've left it overnight. Okay, so let's grab a bowl and a sieve. All right, so Smart Space, these ones, love this set. So I've got my jug sieve straight in there. All I'm gonna do is very gently pour that in without touching it, all right? I do not want to break that fruit up because otherwise we're gonna end up with a really cloudy cordial and we don't want that, okay? So, got a preserving bottle here. What I can do is lift this fruit out and can you see, which camera are we on, Emily? Are we above?
Yes.
So can you see all the fruit and the spices and things like that are sat there? They've kind of done their job, but please don't waste them. Blend them up to make a really beautiful fruit Kool-Aid sauce that you can swirl through ice cream, add it to some apples and make a lovely mulled fruit and apple crumble would be really nice. Don't throw them away, it's just too good a stuff to do that. Okay, so let me just pop that over to one side. And now we've got our cordial, okay? So once you've made this, it's made. I'm just going to carefully pour it into this bottle and we're going to keep it in the fridge. But it's taken on that really lovely colour. These bottles are perfect for preserving things like this. We actually make our own blackcurrant in the summer. We grow blackcurrants, and for some reason we make blackcurrant cordial. We make Ribena. The kids love it, even though we can buy it all the time. But there you go. It's quite nice to make your own, isn't it? So there we go. We have our mulled red berry cordial now. So let's get some glasses and let's make a really nice mulled Christmas punch, okay? So first of all, we're going to get our clementine and we're going to put half in each, okay? And that's going to give us that nice sort of citrusy flavour. Now I've just cut the tops off, but I'm going to squeeze. I'm not going to waste anything, all right? Because that's all flavour. And we don't waste flavour, do we, Emily?
Nope.
We like flavour. Okay, so we're going to put a cinnamon stick in there. All right. And then I think we'll go with, and this is just reinforcing the spice flavour. So 2 cloves. You could do, if you had a slow cooker, you could batch this and make a big batch of it and then just have it ready there, bubbling away all day for Christmas, which would be nice, wouldn't it? And then I'm going to have a star anise, but star anise is quite strong, okay? So I'm just going to break 2 pieces off, pop those in, and the same with that one, otherwise it will be really strong, okay? Now, on with our cordial. Now, if you're going to make it with glasses, make sure they're glasses that can take heat, or put spoons in like this, okay? And then it will just conduct the heat, you see. So in with our cordial there. So you can knowingly on a work night have a mulled wine experience in December, conscience clear, all right? And you can keep going into January if you want to. My wife absolutely loves mulled wine, but tries not to have a drink during the week. She saves it for the weekend, but now she can have this.
It's a nice winter drink as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm going to pour the boiling water. I've let it boil and then I've let it sit for a couple of minutes, all right? So don't pour straight boiling water straight in, okay? And then when you do put hot water into a glass, pour it onto the spoon. Let the spoon conduct the heat, all right? That is the trick. There's one.
Aesthetically pleasing. It looks beautiful, that. It's a really nice colour, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, there we go. So give that just a little stir. And the same with that one. I'm going to leave the spoons in because it takes the heat. So there you go. They are my Christmas drinks. We've got a beautiful lemon meringue pie martini. I know, it sounds good, doesn't it? And then we've got our mulled fruit punch. So you've got both options. What better way to kick off that special day when all the family are starting to come round than turning up with these bad boys?